Hi, Professor Mohan,
Hi, Dr. Yu.
and can you share with us and what problem do you have and your process to come here? Yeah.
Yeah, so I have retinitis pigmentosa,
Mm,
RP, and I diagnosed with it when I was 8 years old,
mm,
and I'm 38 now.
mm.
So I've
30
been,
years. Uh-huh,
yeah, I've been having this for 30 years.
uh-huh,
I've been told early in my life that this is a very dangerous medical condition and it may result in a vision loss.
yeah.
But thankfully, I'm still able to see.
Mm,
And yeah, I had some difficulties in the last couple of years
uh-huh,
with the deterioration of the vision
mm,
during the COVID time, and it was more aggressive. So I knew about the Wellness Spring Clinic and Dr. Yu
mm.
for the last, let's say, 10 years. Right in
Oh,
2012 is when I first knew about the
the clinic.
clinic.
Oh, okay.
But I asked my ophthalmologist, who's in Chicago,
Mm,
Dr. Gerald Fishman,
mm-hmm,
when I consulted with him, and he was not recommending me
mm,
to try out anything new at that
mm,
point
mm,
because I was still having at least good central vision.
mm.
And he was retired in 2020.
Oh,
And then I changed my doctor and have a new doctor now in the Cleveland Clinic.
mm-hmm,
And I've not consulted with any doctor after that.
mm,
So I just thought that I will make a trip and come here
mm.
to Vancouver and visit the Wellness Spring Clinic.
So 12 years ago, where were you when you first discovered our clinic?
So I was in Detroit, Michigan,
Mm-hmm,
and I was a full-time student.
mm,
There were a couple of things that were, I mean, yeah, doctor, my ophthalmologist said that negatively about not going and trying out something new.
mm-hmm,
So that was a main reason that I didn't go
mm.
out and explore
Oh, okay. You will
this direction.
study your PhD
Yeah,
there?
I was studying my PhD. So at that point, because it's a full-time commitment, right?
Mm,
So
yeah, of course.
also financially, we
Mm,
get only stipends, so we're not
mm,
salaried.
mm,
So really, I was thinking about it from that point of time.
mm,
And again, I think around 2018 or 2019,
mm,
probably.
mm,
That's when I actually um, communicated with you, and
mm.
we had a chat
Email?
in
Oh,
WhatsApp.
oh, what's up?
Yeah,
Okay.
we had a
Mm,
chat in WhatsApp. Back then in 2012, I knew about the place and I was constantly
mm.
watching the video and getting to uh, learn about what people are saying here and how they are
Yeah.
getting treated, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
With 2018 or 19, I can't remember very well,
Mm,
but around that time period is when I actually came a little closer
mm,
to make a connection with Dr. Yu and learn about how much it would, what type of treatment it is and how much does it cost and so on. And then the COVID came 2020, and
oh, okay.
also I have
Yeah.
not made a really good effort from my side as well.
Mm,
And as I said, after it started affecting my central vision, so that's when I made a serious effort to
mm,
go in this direction.
yeah. So what convinced you this is something you can try instead of think, oh, there's nothing here. Yeah.
Yeah,
What convinced you? Yeah.
that's a very good question, right?
Mm,
Obviously, I've been thinking about it for a long time.
mm.
For 10 years
For
is
10
such
years
a
of
long
course.
time.
Yeah.
And yeah, so as I
And after
said,
10 years, you didn't give up.
yeah, I didn't give up.
Something hold you up. Think there's something
Yes,
here. There's
something is
something
here.
here,
Yeah.
right? Right.
And last year is
Mm,
when I actually found that, okay, I'm having a lot of positive thoughts towards going in this direction,
mm-hmm,
going exploring treatment options.
mm.
So rather than just um, saying that there's no treatment, let's not. How long can I ignore it? I need to
Oh,
take
okay.
an action,
Yeah.
right? So I thought
Nothing to
this is,
lose. In fact, there's nothing to lose.
yeah, nothing to lose, and I
Give it a
need
try.
to take an action.
Mm.
So actually, I took some treatment options as in India as well, an
Mm-hmm.
Ayurvedic treatment.
Oh, you went to
Yeah,
India,
and
try
I
some.
did. I
Yeah.
tried something, and
Mm-hmm.
also I wanted to come back and try this
mm,
channel, which I had been thinking about for a long time,
mm,
with the Wellness Spring Clinic. Yeah.
yeah. So now after 9 days treatment in Wellspring Clinic, what's the difference that made in your vision?
Yeah, I should say that there's marginal improvements,
Mm,
and I'm starting to feel that when I'm walking in the parking lot, and I go to the Safeway here
mm,
nearby, the grocery store, and when I'm walking in the aisle, I'm able to better scan around,
mm-hmm,
and when I'm able to better scan around, I'm able to detect the objects
mm,
much more precisely
mm,
than I did before the 9 days treatment.
mm,
Right. So even if there is a marginal improvement, I feel that when we scan around, we are able to detect,
mm-hmm,
and that is something that is really helpful and make me personally confident
mm.
when I'm trying to do something by myself. For
Oh,
example, walking in the parking lot,
mm-hmm,
taking the bus, so on and so forth.
mm,
So I feel that it makes me a little bit more confident
mm.
while I am able to better scan things around.
More confident
Yeah.
at work,
Mm.
yeah. And you feel the field getting better.
Yes, so that's what I am trying to, I guess, explain is that when the visual field, if there is marginal improvement, then we are able to better scan around, right? So when I'm able
Mm,
to better scan around,
mm.
objects are detected much more precisely.
How about your night vision or vision at dim light?
Yeah, so night vision, after the first couple of days,
Mm,
I started to see the window frames
mm,
in the room,
mm,
and I'm starting to see a little bit more, slightly more brighter
mm,
in the same room that I am staying here. Like
mm,
when it's dark,
mm,
I'm able to see it slightly more brighter,
mm,
and I am thinking that that could be a result of the treatment here, and it is going to help me in the future as well.
mm,
And when there is more improvement, so hopefully then I can start walking during
mm,
the night time. That would be
mm,
an end goal, right?
mm,
But for years I've not done that. I
mm,
try to avoid it
mm,
for years. So that's something that I think personally would be very, very helpful to make me confident
mm.
if I can do some basic activities like walking in the
Walking at
street and so on.
night, walking under the street light. Yeah, many people are able to do that after
Yes.
treatment.
That's
Some
great.
patients even can drive at night
Okay.
at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the treatment.
Oh, nice. That's
So,
great. Yeah.
so I see your visual field has improved
Mm.
from 24 centimeters to 120 centimeters
Mm-hmm.
almost.
Yeah,
119.
119 it was
Yeah, yeah.
this. Yeah.
So it's like more than 5 times
Mm-hmm.
better. So after your first visit of 10 days,
Mm-hmm.
it's very promising. We can expect to have more.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Yes.
you go home. I hope you can take the herbs, do the exercise, the vision cookie to maintain the vision.
Mm.
You know, your work requires a lot of computer and reading, mental work, right? Stress.
Mm.
Yeah, that's if you can do that, that will help you to maintain
Mm-hmm.
the
See,
vision.
that is very good. And as I said, one thing is about seeing the improvement through
Mm,
the charts
mhm.
and through the test that Dr. Yu here is doing a lot of tests. And the other thing is to actually feel it, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, these marginal improvements really help me to feel it.
Mm,
So that is what I am really hoping that when I do my next trip, I
mhm,
would start to see more improvements,
mhm.
and the improvements would help me to actually feel it. Yeah.
So you are convinced now better than 10 days ago? Are you?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
should say that. Yeah. 10 days ago, I literally had no hope,
yeah,
but I have hope now,
yeah,
right? So
yeah.
that is something that I like to tell our friends here who would be watching this video. So there is definitely hope here. So please don't hesitate, right? So Dr. You and the Wellness Spring Clinic, does this treatment so differently. It is not scientific, but whereas it is more belief based. So Dr. You believe in things, and he um, tries out a few things and explore different things, willing to try out different things, and we are able to see the improvements. So that's something that I like to share in this video as well.
Wonderful.
And I'm sure that if you would come here, you would start to see improvements, because not only for me,
Yes.
what I am hearing from people around here
Yeah.
in the clinic is that I'm hearing a lot of positive things about how somebody's vision had doubled, tripled, and so on, and how they are actually able to feel it. So one thing for me is this is only my first trip, right? So I'm hoping that with the next subsequent trips, there will be more improvements, and I could feel it.
Yeah.
So we just need to give time and trust the method and the technique that is being used here in Wellness Spring, and that would definitely help. So personally, for me, when I had thought about it for last so many years,
10 years. What,
yeah,
what would you say if you know what you don't know? 10 years ago, what would you do? Yeah.
well, I think I should have, now looking back, I don't have regrets, but if I would have done that 10 years back, I would have felt happy, but no regrets. I will take everything in
Yeah, we
life
still have
as it
chance.
comes.
We still have
Yeah, so
chance.
that is what Dr. You precisely mentioned to me in the
Mm.
phone call when I scheduled the appointment. He
Yeah.
said there's still a chance.
Yeah.
So yeah, so please come and try out. If we don't try it out, we never know, right? So I would highly recommend everyone to try it out, and so that you can know at least it is going to work, or how does your eye respond. So again, the treatment works differently from for different people, right? So it's not a set thing that it works for everyone, right? So everyone respond differently, but the technique itself is applied in such a way that with Dr. Yu's expertise, that it is going to be helpful for anyone who's trying it, but the response time may vary, right? So somebody, I think Dr. Yu mentioned that within 3 days they had tremendous response, and I think you might very well watch the other testimonials, and you would see some of the others who would find it within 3 days or within the first trip. For some of them, as I heard a gentleman speak the other day, it took them like 2 times or sometime even 2 years. The second year, they start to see the improvements, and then you are able to stabilize that with the herbs. So one thing is about improving the vision, the other thing is to maintain it, right? So we don't want to just see an improvement just for the sake of it, and then later the improvements are all gone. So we want to make sure it not only improves but also stabilize. So Dr. Use Herbs and the Wellness Spring Clinic make sure that they provide the herbs so that we are able to stabilize the vision. So I have just completed my first round of treatment. I've not started taking the herbs, but I'm talking about the herbs based on what I came to know from the clinic. Yeah.
That's great. As you have seen, a lot of RP patients here. You met a lot of patients here. You see, everybody is improving, right?
Yes.
You met patients who have been here for 9 years, so they are able to improve and keep the vision. So now, that's the place.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is a very good point. Actually, when I talk to people, unanimously, everyone have a positive standpoint
Yeah.
about the Wellness Spring Clinic. Actually, in the clinic, not in the YouTube video channel.
Yeah.
Right? YouTube video channel is a good source. I'm sure that you're able to watch the other testimonials. But when we come to the clinic, we talk to them one on one, right? So
The
when
real
you
people.
real people, when you start to hear positive things, For example, Doctor, you just mentioned about a gentleman
Yeah,
who did a treatment for 9 years,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So for 9 years, that is a long time. But then, what happened during that 9 years? This individual is able to stabilize,
Keep
right?
180 degree of
Yeah.
vision
Mm-hmm.
and see like 20/30 in the visual chart.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, so that is great, great improvement. And I think personally for me, I got to meet the individual
Yeah,
here
yeah,
last week,
yeah.
and I really got motivated, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm sure that the others who would watch this video would also get some inspiration and motivation and make a trip.
Great.
Book your flight ticket, come to Vancouver, and try it out, right? So you may show different response, as I said. Response time and the way you respond is all different based on different people, but the technique and the methodology that is being used here has helped many people that I've talked to in
Mm,
the clinic. And I'm also starting to see marginal improvements in my own case. And I've been having RP for 30 years. That's a long time, right?
mm.
So I'm starting to see marginal improvements, and I'm really looking forward for more improvements in the future.
Great. After next your second program, we do a talk again. Some people can
Yeah.
see
Hmm.
how you improve over a
And
year.
how I'm talking as well, right? I may
Yes,
have a different standpoint at that
exactly,
point.
exactly. You will have more insights,
Yeah, I may have more
scientific
insights.
insights.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Professor Mohan.
You're
Yeah.
welcome. Thank you as well,
Yeah.
Dr. Yu.